Good morning, students. Welcome. Now, on to page number 28. Page number 28. There is chapter number 2. Today we are going to start the second chapter of this semester. The name of this chapter is Organization of Business Research. So, organization of business research. Now, in that, the first question is question number 1. The objective of research problem should be clearly defined. Otherwise, the data collection becomes meaningless. Discuss with suitable example. Or the again question is given. What do you understand by research problem? Explain components of a research problem. Basically, here the question is related to research problem, because whenever you want to do research on any topic, at that time first of all you have to know about the problem. If you want to find out solution for something, at that time first of all you must have a problem for that. And have you identified the problem? That is the main thing. It is says that if you identify your problem well, your half problem will be solved. તમે જો તમારી પ્રોબ્લેમ ને વ્યવસ્થિત રીતે સમજી લો તો અડધી પ્રોબ્લેમ ત્યાં જે છે એ તમારી સોલ્વ થઈ ગઈ છે. How you can find out, or how you can know that what is your problem and what is the possible cures, what is the possible solution of your problem, it will be discussed here. So let's start with introduction. There is a famous saying that problem well defined is half solved. It is says that if your problem is well defined, it means if you know about your problem, at that time your problem will be half solved. This statement is strictly true in market research, because if the problem is not stated properly, the objective will not be clear. If the objective is not clearly defined, the data collection becomes meaningless. So here it is says that if you are not aware about your problem, at that time you can not aware about your objective, and if you are not aware about your business objectives, at that time you cannot solve that your problem. Say for example, if there is any problem is there, say for example, if your selling is decreasing, so if your selling is decreasing in your business unit, so here first of all you have to know why your selling is decreasing, because there could be number of causes, there could be number of possible that for that particular reason your selling will be decreased. So first of all you identify your problem. So according to your problem, what is your objective here? Your objective here is to minimize the reasons of decrement of the sale. તમારું જે વેચાણ ઓછું થાય છે એમના માટેના જે કારણો છે કારણોને ઘટાડવા. So here you also aware about your objective, and according to your objective you will collect data. But if you don't know your research problem, why your selling is decreasing, if you not aware about that, or if you don't know about the causes for the decrement of sale, at that time you can never find out the solution for that particular problem. The entire research activity is based on the proper identification of the research problem. Your overall research is depend on your identification of your research problem, because once you clear about your research problem, at that time you have complete roadmap for the future. So research problem identification is one of the major part in the research process. Unless he diagnoses the problem correctly, no appropriate solution can be provided. If you don't diagnose your problem at that time, you can never be solved. You can never get solution for your problem. હવે અહીંયા કહેવાનો મતલબ એવો છે કે માનો કે કોઈ પણ એક વસ્તુ તમારે કોઈ વસ્તુ પર રિસર્ચ કરવાનું છે, તો રિસર્ચમાં તમારે પ્રોબ્લેમ શું છે એ વિશે તમને ખ્યાલ ના હોય તો તમે રિસર્ચ કઈ રીતે કરી શકો, તમારા પ્રોબ્લેમને કઈ રીતે રિમૂવ કરી શકો. સો ફર્સ્ટ whenever you are doing research, when you want to do research, at that time your problem must be identified in further. Therefore research, the third paragraph, therefore research activities form a cycle. Therefore research activities forms a cycle which start with the identification of research problem and ends on the solution to the problem. So basically your research problem start with the research problem or identification of the research problem, and it ends with the solution of that problem. Say for example, if your research is related to your selling, so first of all you have to identify why your selling is decreased. This is your research problem. Your research problem is decrement of sale. So you have to find out reasons for the decrement of sale. That is your research problem, and how you can increase your selling in the future. That will be your solution. It means research problem is an axis where whole research activities results. This research problem will speak out the aims and the objective of the research. Your research work is the axis. It means your research work is the base of your total research. Because when you don't aware, or when you are not that much aware about the research problem, when you are not completely aware about your research problem, at that time you cannot make any possible solution for that particular problem. So research problem identification is one of the most important tasks. Next, fourth paragraph, research problem is a condition. Here you have given the right meaning of the research problem. Research problem is a condition that causes a researcher to feel anxious, uneasy and confused. It involves the complete analysis of the problem area, involving who, what, where, when and why of the problem situation. First of all, what is the research problem? It is the situation, or it is the condition where researcher becomes anxious and he want to resolve that particular problem. Here given that causes a researcher to feel anxious, uneasy and confused. When you are not confused about your research problem, at that time your research problem is not right. Because whenever you try to research on any point, on any topic, at that time first of all that particular problem must keep in your mind. Here it involves the complete analysis of the problem area, involving who, what, where, when and why of the problem situation. Here you have to evaluate, you have to analyze overall situation of that particular situation. Basically, what is the research problem, or why you want to know about the research problem. Research problem means when you try to to get answer for your particular hurdles, for your particular problems. That is called the research problem. The researcher who is conducting research study experiences some difficulties in relation to solution to be solved. Therefore, sources usually contribute to identification, selection and formulation of the research problem. Basically, here same thing is given. When any, in short, if you want to know what is the problem in particular area, say for example, if you want to make research, if you conduct on the research on student and teacher education system of the India. So, which type of problems arises in the education system of the India? It must be first clearly defined. And once you define what are the problems in the education system, and according to the problem, you have to make objective. It means in which point, in the which field you have to make research, and according to your objective, you have to collect the data. This is the overall process. So basically, the identification of your research problem is the base of your research. When you are not clear about your research, when you are not clearly aware about what is to be done in the future while you are researching on any particular topic, at that time you cannot take next step in the good manner. Now, there is business research problem. Meaning is given. So, meaning business research problem. A research problem refers to some difficulty which an organization faces and wishes to obtain a solution for the same. What is research problem? Research problem is basically a difficulty faced by an organization, and that particular organization want to get solution for that particular same problem. Say for example, if in any business organization, if the employee of that particular organization is not work enthusiastically, what are the reasons for that particular reason, that particular problem? Why the employees are not feel motivated, and which type of steps should be taken to take work motivation to that particular employee? कोई पण एम्प्लॉय ए मोटिवेशन થી કામ નથી કરતા, એ કોઈ પણ જગ્યાએ એન્થુસિયાઝમ થી કામ કરતા નથી, તો એમના પાછળના કારણો શું છે અને એમને મોટિવેશન થી કામ કરવા માટે આપણે કયા સ્ટેપ લઈ શકીએ? This must be a question. So according to the question, here the condition is given, here the situation is find out. So according to the situation, the organization will frame objective as per the requirement. What is the requirement for the organization? That particular organization want to get more work with enthusiasm from the employee. This is the objective. So according to objective, they have to collect data from the various sources. There were number of sources available to collect the data. So this is the basically research problem identification. Next, while doing research, defining the problem is very important, because problem clearly stated is half solved. When you clearly define the problem, your total problem will be half solved. It is said in the business research. It means when you are completely aware about what is the problem, what is the particular problem happens in any particular field. So in that particular field, you can take steps as per your requirement. While defining the problem, it should be noted that definition should be unambiguous. Whenever you are defining your problem, that particular problem must not be ambiguous. It means unambiguous means કે એ કોઈ તમારી ક્લિયર કે ના હોવી જોઈએ, કે એ તમારે જે છે એ પોતે તમને ડાઉટફુલ ના હોવી જોઈએ, એ પોતે જે છે એ ક્લિયર હોવી જોઈએ, અનક્લિયર ના હોવી જોઈએ. If the problem defining is ambiguous, then the researcher will not know what data is to be collected or what technique is to be used. If your particular problem is not clear, ambiguous, unambiguous એટલે કે અસ્પષ્ટ, ambiguous એટલે કે સ્પષ્ટ. જો તમારે જે તમારે પ્રોબ્લેમ છે એ પ્રોબ્લેમ તમારી unambiguous, if you are not aware about what is the problem in the research, at that time you cannot collect the genuine data from the various sources, or which type of techniques should be used, which type of test should be used on the research. This could not be known if you don't know about the real problem of the research. Here the example is given. Example of an ambiguous definition. Find out by how much cells has declined recently. Let us suppose that the research problem is defined in a broad and general way as follows. First of all, there is example is given on the first paragraph on the page number 29. Find out by how much cells has declined recently. હવે એમાં જે છે એવું જાણવા માંગે છે કે તાજેતરની અંદર જે સેલ્સ જે છે કેટલા પ્રમાણમાં ઓછું થયેલું છે, એમાં ઘટાડો કેટલો થયેલો છે. How much cells is declined in the recent time? It is the problem. So this is the clearly defined problem. First of all, you have given the time, the recent time, and you have given the quantity, how much cells is declined. It is the problem. So this is the clearly defined problem. Then why is the productivity in Korea much higher than that in India? The second example is given. In this type of question, a number of ambiguities are there, such as the second example is given on the second paragraph. Why is the productivity in Korea much higher than that in India? The productivity of Korea is better than India, is higher than India. Why? What are the reasons behind that? If you want to research on that, the following are the main thing related to that particular problem. What sort of productivity is to be specified? It means machine. Is it man, machine, or materials? First of all, the productivity is related to whom? Related to man, related to machinery, related to materials. This is the first question you can ask while you are researching. The second is to which type of industry is the productivity related to? There are a number of industries are available in both the countries, in Korea and in India. So in which type of industry we are going to research on, which type of industry related to the productivity? And the next is in which time frame are we analyzing the productivity, or the time period for that particular time frame. Say for example, if you want to study the time productivity of India and Korea between 2005 to 2010, you will get the different result. And when you completely research on the productivity level of India and Korea between 2015 to 2020, you will get the different result. So time frame is also an important part of your research work. So these are the example of ambiguous research problem. So here you are clearly known about what is to be researched in the future. Example of an unambiguous definition. On the contrary, a problem will be as follows. What are the factors responsible for increased labor productivity in Korean textile manufacturing industries during 1996 to 2007 relative to Indian textile industry? Here, first of all, this is the one of the lengthiest time frame, and they don't know about what is to be researched. Basically, here they have says what are the factors responsible for increased labor productivity in Korean textile manufacturing industry. It means in the Korean textile manufacturing industry, there were some factors. Because of that particular factors, the productivity has increased, and they compare that particular factors with during 1996 to 2007 related to Indian textile industry. Say for example, here basically they have made comparative analysis between Korea and India. So during 1996 to 2007, in this 10 years, there is a difference, there is an increment in the productivity of Korea because of some factors. There could be number of factors available. ત્યાં જે છે ઘણા બધા factors હોઈ શકે. આપણે અહીંયા આપેલા નથી, તમે રિસર્ચ કરો તો તમને એ ખ્યાલ આવે. બરાબર? બની શકે કે કોરિયાની અંદર ટેકનોલોજીમાં વધારે ફેરફાર થયો, એના કારણે એમાં પ્રોડક્ટિવિટી વધી છે. બની શકે કે ઇન્ડિયા જે છે એમાં કોઈ બીજા કારણથી પ્રોડક્ટિવિટી વધવા નથી પામી. બટ આનું જે છે કમ્પેરેટિવ એનાલિસિસ તમે ડાયરેક્ટલી કરી શકો ને, because you cannot directly define the problem with Korea and with India, because there may be possibility that environment of Korea and India is different. So basically this is one of the lengthiest topic, and this the research problem is not clearly defined in this particular title. Now identification of a problem. Identification of the problem. The first paragraph in that, the identification and analyzing the research problem is the first and most crucial step of the research process. A problem cannot be solved effectively unless a research process is the intellect and insight isolate the understand these specific factors given rising to the difficulties. It means identification of the problem is the first and crucial part. Why? Because whenever you are trying to research on any topic, on any field, at that time you have to know about the research problem. Say for example, if you want to make the stress level of any particular industry, what are the stress level of employees working in relaxed industries? So here you are clearly defining your problem. Your sample data is employee of the relaxed industries, and what are the stress level of the employee of relaxed industries. Here your research problem is clearly defined. So this is first. But if you are not clearly define your problem, it means you are not aware about what is to be researched in the future. You just make sentence, you just titled that stress level of the employee of the India. Stress level of the employee of the India. If you make this type of title, here the question is from which part of India, from which state of India you will take data, and in which type of industries your employees are your sample. તમે જે છે એવું કીધેલું હોય કે સ્ટ્રેસ લેવલ આપણે તમારે ભારતના કોઈ પણ કર્મચારીનું માપવું છે, તો ભારતમાંથી તમે જે છે કયા રાજ્યમાંથી લેશો કે જેથી કરીને તમારું રિસર્ચ જે છે એ વ્યવસ્થિત થઈ શકે. Here your sample data is vast, they are widely spread in India, and practically it is not possible to collect data from each and every state of the India. તમને પણ ખ્યાલ છે કે ભારત દેશમાંથી બધા જ સ્ટેટમાંથી બધા જ રાજ્યમાંથી ડેટા કલેક્ટ કરવો એ લગભગ નેક્સ્ટ ટુ ઇમ્પોસિબલ છે. So this is not a clearly defined research problem. So the identification of the problem is the first and crucial part. Now on the last line of second paragraph, બીજા પેરેગ્રાફની છેલ્લી લાઈનની અંદર ત્યાં સ્ટેપ આપેલા છે. The following steps are to be followed identifying the research problem. If you want to identify the research problem, you have to follow the steps given here. The first step is determining the field of research in which a researcher is keen to do the research. First of all, you have to clear about your field. Say for example, in commerce, basically there are three main fields. The first is accounting, the second is finance, and the third is marketing. So here in the commerce field, the business research, basically you have three fields available. So when you are researching or when you think about research, so first of all you have to clear about your target area and which a researcher is keen to do a research work. Whenever you are trying to research, at that time you must be curious about your research. Say for example, if you choose marketing, so in marketing which field must be selected by you? માર્કેટિંગ ની અંદર તમારે જાવ છે તો માર્કેટિંગ ની અંદર પણ જે છે ઘણું બધું છે કે એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ ની જે છે એ ગ્રાહક ઉપર અસર શું થાય છે, એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ ની કોસ્ટ ની પેઢી ઉપર અસર શું થાય છે, આવા જે છે ઘણા બધા કોઈ નવો ટોપિક હોય તો એના ઉપર કરી શકો છો. સે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, ઇફ યુ ચૂઝ માર્કેટિંગ ફોર યોર રિસર્ચ, so you must be interested in the marketing. And say for example, if your title is impact of advertisement of beauty products on women of the particular area. What is the impact of advertisement of beauty product? This is your title. So first of all you have to aware about your field and your interest area. Now the second is the researcher should develop the mastery on the area, or it should be the field of his specialization. Second and most important, whenever you are going to research on any particular thing, at that time you must be master in that particular area, or that area must be your interest. હવે જો કોઈ વસ્તુ પર તમે રિસર્ચ કરશો અને રિસર્ચ જે છે એ તમારું ઇન્ટરેસ્ટનું નહીં હોય તો તમે એમાં રિસર્ચ કરી શકશો નહીં. સે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, if your field is related to accounting and you want to research on marketing, so basically these two are different aspects. So you cannot focus on marketing and you are not doing research on accounting, so your objective will not be fulfilled. So whenever you choose your research topic, your research title, this is also keep in your mind. He should review the research is conducted in area to know the recent trends and study in the area. What are the recent trends are in that particular area? It should be noted by the researcher. Say for example, if every day there are number of new trends are introduced in any field. Say for example, in marketing, the research trend is related to the green marketing. In accounting, the research trend is the new topic is cloud accounting. What is cloud accounting? You can make research on that. In the marketing, what is green marketing? This is your research topic. So first of all you have to know trends related to your particular research problem. Still there were some points are remaining. It will be discussed in our next video. Thank you.